Mic test, mic test. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Buddy Bison stream. So today we are going to be playing some more Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. And I was actually checking I was looking online to see how close to the end of the game I was, and we're actually pretty close. I didn't look up any times for how long it usually takes to complete certain quests, but there aren't that many left in the game from where we are currently. So we might actually be finishing this game in this stream. So that'll be exciting, because it'll be a little bit earlier than I was expecting, which means potentially we'll be jumping into Trails in the Sky tomorrow. But regardless, hope everyone is having a very nice day on this fine day. We haven't heard this in a while.
Yay! That turned out great.
There we go.
Yay! That turned out great.
Didn't necessarily mean to tap it twice. Okay, so ooh, that's chunking. Why are you running at so much CPU Excuse me while I just do something real quick. Gonna close something down. All these. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I'm hoping that this performs better. Okay. Don't know why it just decided to start. Maybe I think it was probably on like startup that I decided to be a bit more intensive. Yeah, but that's one thing that I'm definitely currently looking into, just upgrading my PC. Unfortunately, that requires basically me to basically replace it, because I bought this, I built this about 4 or 5 years ago. I built it in the same year that I started doing the gaming on YouTube, which would have been the summer of me going from sophomore year of college into junior year of college. And so, yeah, at this point that was about 4 years ago, because I've been in the working world for 2 years. Okay, so we got this nice big Cyclops. Ooh, 2 Cyclops. Okay. Okay, well that immediately raises the difficulty level. But I think we can deal with it. Oh, and harpies. Excuse me while I just do this. Oop. Oh no, it's grabbed me. Ooh, I forgot what dodge was. I thought it was R1 for a sec. How? There we go. Oh, is that thing dead? Didn't realize that other one was just dead. Man, that's... I don't know what happened, but work was done to it, and I appreciate it. I just went and stabbed its eye for a bit. Okay, cool. That was not bad whatsoever. That... I don't know what happened to the other one. I presume that Abyss did some magic to it while I wasn't looking, and just absolutely obliterated its health bars. But I'm fine with that. But the fun part about this is I actually have something special planned for the end of the stream. It's nothing big, and it's purely for my own enjoyment, but I still have something. So If this is, in fact, the, what the heck, dude? Okay. So, oop. So, at the end of the stream, it'll, if we do finish this game, it'll be a nice, just kind of bonus thing. Oh yeah, I meant to. Don't know what that does. Implicate. I've seen that apparently it's really good against wolves and other like fast enemies. So that'll be interesting to see. Okay, so yeah, I can definitely see how that is really good. based purely on that. So it wires them, and then you knock them to their feet, which actually ties really well with Skull Splitter, because a non-moving Skull Splitter, it just goes up and down. So there's actually like quite a bit of benefit to is there I wonder, is there any way to blow up? How come you're able to open it up? That's just goofy. Oh no, I'm so slow now. Just, hey, I'm gonna trip you all up on the stairs. Don't worry about it. I figured I should probably kill them since they were there, and they're probably gonna just, like, they're probably just gonna chase me. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of these foods. Orlux shield. Jade bangles. Okay. See, I don't really know where I'm going right now. Oh, so does this just take me? Okay, so this just takes me through there. But there's this. So I will be able to blow open that door. I don't know what saving all of them will do. Maybe give me more soldiers to fight with something. I don't know. But, you know, it's always better to have more support than not. Oh. Didn't realize that it was enemies. I thought it was help. More places to explore. I'm not gonna say no to that. Well, I'm busy. Good. I like how he just has the key. But if he died, I probably wouldn't be able to open this door, even though presumably the key would still be on his body. Now the curious part is, are these guys just leaving, or are they also going to help me? I don't know. I would appreciate their help. However, I have Abyss on my side, and therefore their help is not needed. But I don't believe in these locked doors, so I'm just going to open them. And by don't believe, I just mean don't support. Obviously, the door was locked. There's no walking around that. It is what it is. However, I don't like it, and therefore I'm going to prevent it from maintaining. I think that's what I dislike a lot when people say I don't believe. It's just what they mean is they don't like. It's like, what do you mean you don't believe this thing? It's like, you know, I don't believe in the color red. It's like, what do you mean you don't believe in the color red? It's red. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. Pretty easy on that one. Thank you. Oh yeah, I have double jump. That's good to know. Ooh. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, that's useful. Yes, I am. I thought the Arisen little more than the stuff of old tales. Wrong I was. Of course you were wrong. Look at me. The door? Oh, of course, sir. I shall open it straight away. I just realized I didn't turn my AC off, so I'm actually going to go do that. If you will give me a quick moment, I'll continue talking while I do this because the AC is not too far away from my main thing. What actually it was not my AC. It was I guess it was the AC unit, but I had the fan on using it because basically what happened was when I was making dinner, started to smoke a little bit. I didn't burn it, but it just started to get those like meat smokes kind of thing, and there's not a lot of ventilation in my apartment, so the smoke alarm started going off, so I had to open up the windows and like 80, like it was like 87 degrees out right now, maybe even 90. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, so implicate, really good, honestly. Okay, good to know. I don't know, presumably do something with the dragon. You know, just the way that they seem to be doing things. I think it's fine to default to dragon related. Ooh. See, I imagine if I was magic spect, the ooh.
Such raw evil. Leave it to us. I'll kill it as best I can.
There we go.
The leader is just beyond. Pray, go and put him to the blade. But first, take what you will from the storeroom. Just the least we can offer.
Just the least we can offer.
New way to fight their ill.
I don't exactly know what's going on here. Oop. There we go. Let's open this up. Ardent Will. So let's go to equipment because she just picked up. Okay, so she can't use that. That's like for a super melee class or something. Dope. Not putting that on. Let's just discard that. You don't need any more weight than you already have. What is your weight class at? You can give it to Natasha Yar. Give it to a bit. Okay, so she's at very light. That's good. I like when they don't have as much as possible on. Okay, so I haven't saved in a bit, so I'm gonna do that in case I get absolutely reamed by whatever's through here. Okay, so we got Dark Ritual. Oh, hello there. Hi. So we got 3 Dark Sorcerer looking people.
The honeyed sleep of destruction will find this place.
Honeyed sleep.
And all the world in its turn. Indeed, the coming night ill needs us, its faithful harbingers.
Dude, your face is fucked up, dude. I'm gonna fuck up the rest of
Just
it.
as you and your hubris cannot hope to stop the divine beast that mocked you.
My
Before
hubris.
its might, you stand as useless and frail as this ungainly contrivance of brick and mortar.
I mean, this doesn't seem too frail.
Might delay the dragon's coming is blasphemy just the same.
Ooh, Evil Blade. Oh, oof. That's... They just happily threw themselves onto that sword. You know what? That's what craziness does to people. Don't want to know where those portals go or came from.
I flock to see these walls reduced to dust. But first they shall peel the flesh from your bones, my dear Arisen.
You're a bit crazy, dude. Can you just drop the sword? Okay. Yeah, I'm really liking that, the wire move. It's really good. Because it just, like, takes people out of the fight. Because they get dropped. So it's nice and easy. Ooh, okay. We got some, crown skeletons, probably called liches or something. Defeat the whites. So the question will be, how the heck did... Oh, there's the meteors. Meteors be coming. There we go. Yep. Hey. Yeah, the meteors are so good, especially against these guys because they're not strong. They're just you can't hit them. And the tough fight is probably all the ads. So meteors, just get rid of it.
I have misjudged the extent of your skill, dear.
You have misjudged the extent of Abyss's skill.
Knowledge worry of walls and armies while you still live.
However.
It seems my regret will be short-lived. Don't you feel it? The very air dances around us.
Ooh. I don't need dancing air.
It is come. The dragon's reign at last begins.
Please tell me he gets eaten.
Merciful winged death.
Merciful? Doesn't seem very merciful.
Powerful and merciless Gregory.
Gregory? God damn it, Greg.
Behold, you unrepentant blasphemers.
Greg the Dragon.
This is absolute truth. This is salvation.
You know, that's even better than him getting eaten. He just got squashed like a bug. What a little bitch. Hello. How dost thou do?
The rantings of an upjump zealot make for tedious listening. His ilk serves no role in what is to come.
How do you do?
Only my death will staunch the flood of destruction. A task still far beyond you or me.
Whoa, I could do it with the help of my best friend.
Face me, seek me out, and I shall allow it. But heed the zealot's lesson well. When the weak court death, they find it. Until then, I shall hold your little keepsake safe.
You took my heart, you dick.
Your dragon forged will speak for my diligence in that.
Dragon
The
forged.
choice falls not to me, nor to the whims of fate.
Hey, Dargan, how's it going?
Alone.
No need to apologize for tardiness. No such thing as tardiness. This is a stream. Hope you're doing well. Oh no, the floor. Oh, we're doing the superhero run. Go, buddy! Go, Lobster Man! No! The kawaii pigtails are falling down the pit. You didn't dodge roll enough. Dude, you didn't even double jump. Come on, man. Oh, I just walked out. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Budwagon, I'm gonna find you and murder you. Woo, rough landing. Hey guys, how's it going? Speak with the Dragon Forged. The final battle, okay. Hey, Abyss.
Rather than rush off unprepared, best to ask one who has faced the dragon before.
Oh, what's his face? The Duke, I believe. I believe the Duke has done it. But before that, what I actually plan to do is so I kind of want to go to Casardis. I just want to go to the DLC place and see how strong the things are there before I decide to well, not before I decide, but just before I finish the game, basically. See, I knew I was close to the end. Didn't think I was going to be getting to, like, final quest that fast. Now, the question is, I don't know how long the final quest is. Hello? Are you in? Sure, I guess. What's going on, dude?
Place is fit to set the hairs on. I thought to enjoy it, but then a fearsome rumble came from it. Can't let the likes of them loose on the village, I thought. I'm well glad to see you, truth be told. My thanks. The path beyond is
Destroy the Saurian nests.
Which way should we go, Arisen?
Pretty sure I already killed all the Saurian things. Yeah. This seems to be... Oh, oh. Dick. Excuse me while I just use my wires to eliminate you. Dude, I'm an anime character. I got, like, look at me. So much anime. I can use my wires to defeat people. It's fantastic. Okay. Not sure if, I'd already cleared out all the Saurians. So... guess that's fine. And that, if I remember right, that put me pretty darn close. But I mean, why bother walking, right? When I can just teleport. Ugh. So go in there. Ooh. Did I do it? Maybe, maybe not. Not sure. Okay, visit the pier at night and the woman will be there. Yep. Hello. I think I already seen this cutscene. Hello.
Then you are one known to the dragon. You have my orders. I would take you there now.
Okay, let's go. Yes, I am known to the dragon. So
I ask you, is that the fate you've chosen?
yeah. Hello.
Were it possible, I would not send you off with so meager an...
Yeah, because I already did this, but I think I died afterwards, so I didn't get any of it. Sure. Might as well take them. I'm not going to do the quests, but might as well take them and see what's going on. Because now I think I just go into the... I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure if this is like a repeating dungeon or something, or... I imagine there's just like tough enemies inside. But might as well. Hey, how's it going? Crumbling layers have been etched, but they're indecipherable. Now the big question is, am I able to just like leave? Like if I want to, can I just... Eternal Fairy Stone. Ooh, can't be used now. Okay, so that's a bit more dangerous. Okay. Okay, so they give like 500 XP. It's not too considerable. I mean, they do a good amount of damage.
I'll hold it. Finish it quickly. Now, Arisen, ending.
Get over here.
I'll fill it in a single blow.
Yo. Okay. So, that's good to know. Basically, I don't plan to really do this. I just wanted to come check it out. So, let's leave here. So it seems like tougher dungeons with like special things, basically, and that's the deal. I'm not too worried about this. I don't think it's like all that important of content. But yeah, as far as I understand, it's one of those things where you'll just be able to come here post game, do some tougher dungeons, get some better weapons and stuff. But other than that, I don't think it's all that imperative that I go through that. Especially because this isn't even post game. I'm just near the end of the game, so I'm probably not even exactly prepared for it, honestly. So let's go sleep until morning. That way I'm not doing this stuff at night. Yes, his support crystal. What? Actually, this poison just hurting me like an asshole. Yes, I do have business with the guild. Basically, I don't want. I'm at level 36. High angle, high comma station. Moog, high comma station, grand angle, holy affinity, fire affinity. I'll go with holy affinity. Talk to you. I'll list you. Switch. And I will switch Natasha Yar out. Get that extra 2. Get the extra 2 just to be safe, and then we can head on back. Man, feels good to. Oh, and going there like heals me of poison, I guess. But yeah, it feels good to finally be in like the weekend after a week. Like I'll say, this week felt long, but it didn't feel like long in like the tiring way. It just felt like it took like a really long time to get to the weekend. I'm not overly tired or anything, thankfully, but it's still it's still one of those feelings of you know what, it really do just feel like it took too long to get here to this specific day. Because I'm ready to be able to sleep in or do something. I believe she already yeah, buy that for yeah, sure. And then augments prescience, and then exhilaration. And then I'm going to rest till morning. Rest till morning, take a nice sleepy sleep. Because nighttime, while interesting, walking around in it, it's just not as streamable, right? Because I don't use the lanterns and torches and stuff, so I'm relying mostly on the brightness setting of the game to really pull it. Hey Fontano, how's it going, my man? Hope you're doing well on this fine day. This fine day here. Okay, so where am I going right now? Going over. See, that is not where I was expecting to have to go. Hello. Actually, do I have the right quest? Mostly recovered mentally from yesterday, not fully physically. Ooh, what was yesterday? Villager, Dogma teleport. Nope. Oh, that's still the tenant bullshit. Worked a 12-hour and then had to do a solo overnight for 9 more. Ooh. That is... that is rough, bud. I am sorry to hear that. Oh, I have to go up there. Ugh. Disgusting. Wait, why is Bitter Black Isle one? Wait, where am I going for this quest before I do anything? So it's okay, yeah, so this is definitely the place I want to go to. See, I have that, the Mountain Way Castle, and then the Shadow Fort. I don't know why Bitter Black Isle was getting auto-filled. I hope that's just a typo. Although I probably won't need to really go to that teleport anymore. Huh. Wait, Bard. Where's Bardic Crags? Debating spending the time to level up my 4 guys to attempt a breakthrough fighting Yakuza 5. I mean, hey man, put me on in the background and just do some grinding. I don't know what this will do. If this will take me, I'm just testing it, honestly, because I think that's just. Nope. They replaced one of my fucking things. That's not cool. Where is this? That's not fun. Don't know. Don't care for that. Yeah, this is... Yeah, because I have one right here. It says I have one. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm stressed about doing stupid government stuff, but you won by a landslide. I mean, hey man, it's not a competition to see who's more tired or worn out. But he does have everyone beat, especially me. Okay, well, it looks like I get to do the fun journey of just running north from Grand Soren. Because the game decided that my port crystal's broken. Because fuck me. Man, really good way to give me a good final impression. Because this is probably the last stream I'm doing of this game, because I'm going to finish it. I did have a good time hustling my friend. Oh, you hustled your friend. Okay. Let us discuss this hustle. Was it a Drake and Josh-esque billiards hustle? Or some gambling hustle, as one might see in a casino? She wanted to play FF14. I wanted to play... Or she wanted to play FF14. I want her to play Persona 5 Royal. Okay. Okay. Man, already up in the game by having a female friend. Damn. No, I have a few of those. I just spent a good amount of time yelling about a boss fight. Oh, okay. But a boss fight in Persona 5 or a boss fight in FF14? Because I'm curious, Yakuza 5. Okay. Okay. Because I was curious. I was like, what boss fight in Persona 5 would get someone to yell at them? or get someone to yell. Of course, if it's on like the nightmare difficulty or whatever it is, I can imagine that. Of course, I've never played it on those difficulties, but I know that, you know, the games get harder when you put difficulty on. Did some training and was like, feeling good with a chance. I was like, if I do this first retry, will you play Persona 5 Royal? And I won. Nice. Yeah, I don't, Not sure if I'll, because I played and platinumed both Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. For Royal, because I had already played through Persona 5 base twice, I just followed a guide to do everything in one run. But when I played Persona 5 base originally, I just platted it on my own with the help of actually Merciless is basically easier than hard. Really? Why is that? I would have expected it to be quite the opposite. So it gives you the increased weak. Oh, okay. You have to be smart. Yeah, I mean, basically, you just have to use the system that the game was designed around, right? Where the entire, like, what is it? It's called, like, the push-turn system of all of SMT, literally, is use weaknesses. Above anything, use weaknesses. One more, but yeah, okay. Push-turn is in SMT, specifically. One more system is the Persona 1, yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. But yeah, I think the only... Like, I've played essentially Persona 5 full through, like, 3 times, with the Royal Edition being an added once, and I loved it each time. Like, Persona 5 was a 10 out of 10, and if I was going by that scale, Persona 5 Royal is, like, an 11 out of 10. However, this is one of those personal things where I've never cared for when anyone says, like, oh, give 110%. And I'm like, well, that's actually not how math works. You're actually just telling me to give 100% and do more than what I thought I could do. Weakness, crits, and attacks are 3 times damage, so you just have to attack and you can kill things easily. You know? Okay. That's how I've changed my... Okay, you assholes. Okay, so maybe this is why it's, maybe this is why the port crystal got changed, and it wasn't because of, the game just deciding to hate me. It was that, and because they want to force you to go through this portion. There we go. What is this table? What table are you looking at? Oh yeah, meteors. Love it. Merciless. That's okay. You know, I'm gonna see. In real world, 110% ends in deaths from exhaustion. Stop killing damn workers. Yeah, right. But it's one of those things where it's like, well, if I put my all into it and I'm giving my 110% and I'm able to do it, does that not mean that that was all encompassed in my previous 100% that I just didn't realize I could tap into? There we go. So in P5 Merciless, XP at 0.4 and items at 0.4 times. Damn. So you get a lot less XP, it seems. But your damage is way up. And I guess in base P5 it doesn't matter as much once you get to a certain point with levels. P5 they did decrease damage dealt from 0.8 to 0.65, but like in Persona they made items and XP at 1.2. Okay, so they decreased damage but increased levels. So I guess the scaling helps you a bit, which is what they are on easy. Okay. Okay. But in base P5, it's not exactly difficult to get levels on, I think it's, 2 certain days where you can just go into Mementos and it's like pollen season and then just grind out the Reaper. Although in P5R, you can just get Ryuji's insta-kill thing and then just drive around Mementos. Which is also fun. Oh, they decreased dealt on safety. Weird. Went from 2 to 1.6. Okay. Ah, you're talking to me. You made my non-existent heart hurt. How do you do?
Yes.
Yes, I do. How do you do? Pleasure to meet you.
Then congratulations on you. You have found the man you seek.
I can easily give you the same product using 20% trying and 30% interest. What I'm doing, leave me alone.
Perhaps like you,
XP 3 times times for 5 times P5. Wow.
bound to the dragon. Well met, young Arisen. I am he who was forged by the dragon.
It's actually dumb. So what's going on here? So is that his pawn behind him? Hey, look, it's a dude with his eye. That's cool. Like, when you're doing double damage, why the heck do you need items? Yeah, right? See, that's one of the things where, unless I was fighting, like, the Reaper, I never really used... I guess in Royal, I used it on Maruki. But I never really used damage-dealing items in the game, unless I absolutely had to. Was happy about legit killing the Reaper in P5R. Did it like 5 times. Yeah. I mean, in Royal, you have to legit kill him to get his good stuff, because he drops like the accessory or the item where it like if you have it equipped, you just have not immunity but resistance to, I think, all elements, which is really good.
What's this?
Hello.
The hour is come.
Omniscient Orb? Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Seek the temple atop the tainted mountain,
Beyond the Great Wall. Where's the Twins fight? I remember doing the Twins fight in base P5, but I didn't do it in Royal. I also didn't do like the P3 and P4 protagonist fights either.
At its pinnacle, in the shadow of the world, keeper of the endless ring, you will make your choice.
Okay.
What you there become, only you can decide.
Sounds good.
This looks interesting.
Make for the Tainted Mountain.
Then, to the Tainted Mountain. It is time to face the dragon once and for all.
Sounds like a plan. Like how he had to lead me down this staircase to just tell me that. Never did the super fights in P3 or P4 before I've seen. Okay. P3 is a script and P4 is really annoying to set up. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like that's one of those things with like JRPG super bosses where it's more like figure out the gimmick and how to get past it than anything else. Also, it's weird listening to people talk about a wide variety of games when I could name the number of series I've played in both hands. Kind of funny to think about. You know, P3 fight rules. I played P3 a long time ago. I didn't even finish it. So I don't remember the rules of a boss that I never got to. I don't think.
Francis from the dragon. Does look
I think I stopped soon after like the
the grander structure than the other.
what was it? I think there was like a mirror dungeon or something, or there was some dungeon. I got past the train. I think it was the one after that where you had to like go into like all the there were a whole bunch of rooms. Like it was like a maze. So you can't fight Elizabeth unless you've killed the Reaper and done all her quests. And that's like the second. Yeah. I didn't get too far. It was just something like I think I mentioned it before. Like there was someone like the confidants that I just didn't even find. Like, because I remember at one point it was like, hey, you can do this, and I was like, how do I do this? She has a full team percentage. You can switch between them, which I think is pretty cool. Like I think that's a cool mechanic, but probably in action it's probably a bit annoying. Because that's one of those things where you're like, like if you're playing Pokemon, where you're like, okay, how come these gym leaders don't have full teams? They're gym leaders, and those types of questions. She has a team full of. Like I find it utterly ridiculous that in like past games, and I think even now, like you'll get to like Elite Four and they still won't have a full team sometimes. At any point you have a persona that nulls or absorbs the elements, thus you have the path to show all true Arisen to face the dragon and learn the real truth. If at any point you have a persona that nulls or absorbs the element she has, she will use Armageddon, which deals 9,999 damage to you. Okay. So you have to do like an anti-setup. Like you have to make sure that you don't have like the best personas on your team. That's weird. That goes against literally everything the game implicitly teaches you. So I'm guessing you have to just find like the end game personas that just are strong against every element and use those instead. Oh, this is where the game started. Okay. Get down. There we go. Go. Oop, freaking out. I think my CPU usage got a little bit high. Yeah, that's one thing that currently I'm saving up for. Planning to... I mentioned this earlier, but I never finished the thought as I want to do. Basically, I have to... I want to... I basically have to replace my computer because I bought this thing 4 or 5 years ago and built it, so it had all like the good stuff at the time, but one is just getting old, and I haven't really replaced any parts in it. I just added a SSD and that's really all I've done. But basically the motherboard, like I was like, okay, I want to get a new CPU and I want to get a new GPU, and I was looking at those prices and I was like, okay, that's a bit expensive due to like the shortages and stuff going on right now, but okay, fine, whatever. Didn't buy them, but I was just looking, and I was like, okay, can I even put these in? Like, will it work? And it was like, no. Basically, to do both, you have the best CPU and essentially best GPU you can have in your motherboard. And I was like, okay. So at this point, I'm replacing CPU, GPU, and motherboard. and I'm like, well, that's a whole lot of stuff. At that point, I might as well just buy a new computer. So I'm going to probably do that. But like with most things, it's one of those stuff where there's just so much stuff that I have to buy and afford. Like, oh, got them student loans that are still on freeze, but, you know, trying to be safe and save up during the student loan freeze. That way, when they go back on not frozen, I can just kind of hopefully pay them off and not have to pay interest. And then also, it's like, I think I have a deviated septum, so I want to get that checked out. But I know if I get it checked out, that my health insurance wouldn't cover the entire thing, because it would probably be to some point uninsured, so I'd have to cop over some money for that. And I'm like, okay, well, that's annoying. And then I also have to, you know, do your normal stuff like pay for bills, so that limits how much you can actually like put into savings. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to reach all my saving goals by year end, so maybe I can treat myself to a new PC then, because my work is pretty good about giving year-end bonuses as well. They regularly do it. I got really lucky. My friend gave me his old computer, and I only spent $500 to replace parts. I'm screwed when I need to actually get a new computer, because I have no idea how that stuff works. Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to be building my computer again. I think there's a lot of, I guess I'll use a good English language arts word. I think there's a lot of romance around building your own computer, where you're like, oh yeah, like look at me, I'm building it. Like, oh yeah, look at how cool this concept is of me taking all these parts and building them all up. When in reality, like, you don't want that because now it's on you to keep track of all the different warranties and whether everything works and all that stuff. So it's just better to buy like pre-owned, and then you can just upgrade from there, because at least at that point you know it will work, and if it doesn't, you can just return it. You're seen from Megatog, yeah. Nice. I mean, definitely for people that like it and think it's fun and cool, definitely go for it, but I'm not that kind of guy. I think that's pretty obvious. I'll pick this up, check it. So I was actually suggested a couple. Actually, 153, damn. But that's also for a ranger class, which is a primarily bow class. I was suggested to go to this. Do you know every obscure reference I pull out? I don't know everyone. I feel like I've heard of Mega Tokyo, and based on the context, I can presume that it sells computer parts. So, you know, I think that one is a bit more self-explanatory than anything. Oh, okay, yeah, Hellhounds. So, okay, so it's like the OG one, but slightly different. Okay, so let's get down there. God damn it, you asshole! Ooh, I am. And it's a webcomic about two guys who get stuck in Japan. Ah, okay. Well, I didn't get it. But I almost convinced you I did. Yeah, one of the characters is super weird and he likes to build PCs in his underwear to eliminate static. Yeah, I guess that would work. Especially if you're not like a hairy person. Yeah, that is like, there's just a whole lot of stress when you build a PC because you've bought every part and you know, like, okay, at this point it's on me if I mess it up. Like when you do like the CPU and you have to make sure that it's in just right, so when you pull down the lever, it doesn't bend any of the connector like pillar things. You're like, oh god, please don't. It's one of those things that you check like 8 times, then you worry like, okay, did I put on enough or too much like cooling paste and all the things. There's so much stress, and so one of my friends suggested I look at some of the online things, like not like Origin because they upsell like a bitch, but like there's one called Redux PCs, which I think will be pretty good, or at least their website is pretty good, and the only fee they seem to charge is like a $75 like building fee, which to me doesn't seem too bad. And additionally, if you're buying pre-built, you're actually able to get some of like the better GPUs at a like actually at MSRP instead of okay, Beretta, you're a badass. Instead of at the inflated prices that are plaguing literally everybody right now. Hey, you want a PS5? Not for less than $1,000. Okay, good. Got the snake tail off. I don't really care. Yeah. Dude, that move does so much damage if you're hitting both heads. I know he is, right? Don't know what all these exclamation points are for. Presumably for after the fight. They really don't hold the advantage. Oh, wait. Ooh, Beretta. Spamming clown shrimp combo like a monster. Yeah, dude. Dude, clown shrimp. I'm a lobster of passion. Okay, how do I... Yeah, Meteor! Nope, that's not Meteor. Okay, cool. Are you gonna use Meteor? Yeah, Meteor! Oh, yeah, dude, it's so good. It's such a good smell. It's one of those things where, like, if I didn't enjoy this class so much and wouldn't have to, like, respec a lot, that I would have just loved going into, like, whatever class Abyss is and getting that kind of stuff so I could just use it myself. Be like, oh, Meteor. Excuse me while I just... Meteor. Oh, are you talking Meteor? No, it's not called Meteor. It's called, like, something. It's called, like, something. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's what it might be called. Okay, so what do I need to do? Just got text. Yeah, no, just with an Instagram. Man, riveting gameplay. Not sure if the pots make it go faster, but oh wow, look at that! Look at them floating pots. I'm guessing the idea is you're supposed to kind of lead the Manticore Chimera to each of those, and he'll press it down immediately because he's super fat. But you know, you can just slowly bring it down. Okay, so let's look over here. So this... Oh, hello there, big circle. That's probably... I'm just going to say, probably the boss arena. Walking through Dark Souls. Man, look at this archway. Beyond that archway, I can see a massive circle, potentially octagonal area, devoid of any life. I wonder if there might be a boss there. Yeah, what's up?
What is your purpose here, Arisen?
To kill you, bitch.
You sought to live. You had naught but run and hide yourself away.
I want my heart back.
But then, tell me, child of man, what does it mean to live?
Eleanor.
To wage war against the passing of days. To pray to the unseen for a few breaths more. To raise grand cities from stone and spawn new life in turn. Mankind has done this
no!
For the price of a single life, I shall leave this land in peace. As my vanquisher, the duchy would bow to you. Wealth and power are sweet anodyne for heartache.
Oh, he said anodyne.
Say my terms are more than generous. If it matters aught, the man who rules this land now won that honor through just such a bargain.
Oh.
The decision is yours.
So he didn't... Okay. So he probably went insane from sacrificing whoever he loved. Choose. Do you not fight the boss of the game, or do you?
I've learned what to do with let them die.
Your choice.
Yeah, get arrowed, bitch. Yeah, of course I'm gonna fight the boss. Get out of here, Eleanor. You can tell that that is whoever, like, I know that that is whoever, you bonded with the most, or whoever you had, like, the highest affinity with, because you could give presents to them. And I know that, and it's super obvious, because they don't speak.
It's away for now. This way.
Why do I have to run away? Oh, God. Oh, God, you bitch. Would love to. Ah. Dude, lobster run. Oh, 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 oh. Oh god, he got big. He got big.
Scales are hard to steal. I'll scale it and strike above.
Oh, is that what you need to do? Oh, god damn it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. There we go. Oh god. Climb you. Gotta climb you.
If you lack the strength to stay my fire, to stay the fated moon, then all shall scatter as ash.
Oh, god damn it. Here, get up. Hey, Abyss, can you, like, do your moves, please? I don't know exactly what I'm supposed... Ooh, bodied. God damn it. Okay.
Cannot reach it from the ground. 'Tis aloft. I'll support you.
Time to chase after it. It definitely didn't seem like a place where I could really do that much damage to it. And unfortunately, I can't save. Oh, there we go, saving content. Please don't turn off your computer. I don't want to turn off my computer either. Oh, a bridge. The safest place to fight dragons. If I've learned anything, Greta. Damn, they went fast. Okay. You know what? I'll let my stamina go up. Each of those purple dots a health bar for the boss fighter to watch the game out of listening. Yeah, it seems like it. That is the way it works. So it has a big health bar. It is the final boss, so it makes sense that it has the biggest health bar. Head for the top of the tower. Okay. I know we can't reach it from it. God damn it! whenever I talk too fast, my W's and R's get mixed up. Ooh, is that glowing weak point? Is this the Legend of Zelda? I still think we have to get to the rooftop, so I'll just let him do that. Thanks for waiting, guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Seems this hill will get us up above.
Maybe there's like a ballista or something up there? I don't know. Then get my staminas back by doing the the good old-fashioned roll up the stairs and destroy your shoulders. Fire the ballista. Oh, yeah. My shot rings true. I used an explosive shot, too. No way I had a good enough jump to not get eaten by that thing. Oh, yeah! Sky battle! Oh, wait, no, he's just taking it. Oh, wait. Above Tainted Mountain. I would rather not. Target the dragon's heart. Yeah, time to go get it. Okay, this is actually a pretty cool thing. Like, what's going on here right now? Now, I am moving a lot slower than I was able to normally. However, I presume... okay. So I gotta be ready to wiggle my left stick.
Your very heart rests here within me.
That is true. There we go. Okay. Back in the days where this was gameplay, wiggling the left stick. Can't imagine getting to the end of the game and then just sacrificing the part, like, whatever character you romance the most. Like, at that point you were just denying yourself the... you're just denying yourself the final boss. Like, it's not like the other option is all that, like, desirable. Oh, God. What the hell? Man, good thing the dragon is below me. Oh, did I not do it enough? Oh, that sucks. I could have sworn I had done it. Oh no, I did do it. It was just it was its own loading thing. That is dumb that requires a load. Man, how am I gonna live through this? Ooh, bodied. Fell the dragon by my own hand. Okay, cool. I'm glad. I was like, by my own hand? That sucks. I don't want to do it by my own hand. Okay, really? Okay, good. Just stay between the legs, like a good old Dark Souls boss fight. Oof. It would seem that you chest bumped a homie too hard, bro. Yeah, just exposed his beating heart, the still beating heart, as Edgar Allan Poe might say, as a literary reference to a poem by Edgar Allan Poe that I think I was read in library class in the 3rd or 4th grade, which now that I think back on it might be a little bit too early, but it was in school, which is the weird part. Yeah, I read Telltale Heart in 8th grade. Yeah, right. It's I think it was more just to teach you hey, poems exist as a 3rd grader or something. But maybe that whole subtext of yeah, this dude just really didn't like how this guy's eye looked, so he murdered him, and then dismembered his body, and then just fucking was super guilty and also insane, and that's why he. That's why he basically sold himself out. Yeah, a bit much. Yeah, bitch. I got... Telltale Heart was a great poem I had to read in 7th grade. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good poem. I think it's very... I think is a... I'm not going to deny that. Edgar Allan Poe, damn good at what he did. It's unfortunate that he was super depressed and died, but very good. We read I remember reading The Raven in like probably like 10th or 11th grade, in a sophomore or junior year. Okay, so am I supposed to be doing something here? You can reach it? Okay. Fight. Oh, ran into the fire. Okay. So is there like a ballista or something on the battlefield? Oh, rolling does put it out. That's neat. Because otherwise I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Ooh, a chest. Salute. I have, and that is not stopping, but I don't... Oh, there's a ballista. Awesome. Fucking called it. Ooh, stop. Oh, okay, now you decide to get up as soon as I get on the ballista, you dick. Well, you get on a ballista yourself and you start shooting. Are you serious? Did I... There we go. Use that magic.
Come, Arisen. If you are truly awakened unto the world, you shall weather the fires of perdition unscathed. Surpass me, if you would truly be the one to take up the endless chain.
Yes. Go. God damn it. Dick. This pain. Okay. Excuse me. Entire party item. There we go. Damn it. Come on, Abyss, use your meteor or something. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Electric. Oh. Frickin' fell on me. Oh yeah, I know what to do here. Oh, it's almost dead. There we go. Man, how heroic! I killed the big bad with a ballista. You know, really neat set piece. Not that great of a fight. Now, I will say, it does really sell well the feeling of like how strong the dragon is by being so invulnerable.
But what that future spells for you, for all men,
So I'll give it that.
is a truth you'll find staring back from this world's uttermost depths.
The world's utmost depths. Ayy. Wait, is that Grand Soren? Wait, what? Is there like an earthquake happening? Wait. Why is the capital just dying? I just killed the dragon. Or is it, oh, that was just like one chunk of the city, I guess. Okay. Better than it could have been. I was like, wait. Did I just end the world or something?
Arisen, you have earned back what is yours.
Are you gonna puke up my heart? Ugh. My sternum. I mean, yeah. Oh, okay, so you can just teleport my heart back into me. Oh. And he goes away. Oh, and he also goes away. So I guess previous people that fought the dragon but didn't kill him die, I guess. Maybe that's the way it works. Interesting nonetheless. The one that turned to sand seemed to be glad that he died. Duke less so. But now that means that Sir Buddy the Lobster is the true Duke, and he can take the Duchess as his wife. Hello. So, Dragon's Dogma. Okay. So the credits roll now? Or... Okay, so there's still some cutscenes. And who I partnered with still doesn't talk, because obvious. Because it can literally be like any NPC, I imagine. Okay, the dragon, David Lodge. Okay, so now getting into kind of the end credit scroll. Yeah, the dragon, the most important character with the most important dialogue, arguably. Because your character sure as hell don't speak. Hey, Eleanor. Oh, okay, cool. You know, just in the middle of the camp. God, the script is so hard to read. Michelle Ruff. But okay, so I think at this point I can start talking. So I think this game is one of those games where I've been able to kind of voice my likes and dislikes about it throughout. Because they've become apparent and rather obvious. Who the hell is Celine? I don't think I ever met her. Probably the witch that I was supposed to go meet in like Quest 2, but I never went. But likes, I like how D&D it is. It feels like a D&D game. I like I like the how involved the mechanics are. like how you can grab essentially everything, you can throw them. Everyone has different like aggro levels and stuff. I like. I think there was enough enemy variety for what was there. I think that if I was able to explore more with the classes, if it didn't feel so locked in, where like you can't mix and match like skills with classes, it's like this class is this class, and I think the only things you can carry over are maybe some of like the augmentations, but even then I'm not sure. I like that. I like the movement in the game, like double jump and stuff. How, although I guess that's purely for me because I was a strider. I think the plot is pretty straightforward, honestly. It definitely almost feels like it was padded in weird ways, where it's like, okay, we have a general through line where you're the guy and you're gonna kill the dragon, but I guess this is gonna go into dislikes now. I feel like the story didn't really know what it wanted to do with itself for the most part. Like, it really had to pad itself out to make the game quote unquote long enough, where like you get those worm missions in the first portion where you have the 4 quests that are relatively optional. Then you get the next set of them afterwards, were also relatively optional. Oh, so I'm just back in my house and I still have the scar on my chest. Interesting. So what's going on here? Current quest cannot continue. Destiny, Dragonforge. You felled the dragon and completed your goal. Report your victory to the villagers. Nice. Dragonforged Vogue daggers. Turn to Grand Soren. Okay. Equipment. Oh, okay. So they just auto upgrade your equipment to like max, I guess. That's pretty cool. That's neat. Honestly, don't care. So, as I was saying, it seems like they really just had to pad out the game, and it seems pretty obvious. The quests being on, essentially being on timers, where after certain points they are unavailable. Pretty standard RPG fare. Of like, oh yeah, this is as far as you can really go. Trails does it, other games do it. I feel like this game, I feel like certain quests in this game shouldn't do that, like the one with the blacksmith's kid that you have to res, but they do. I think there should have been a bit more quest that doesn't happen with. I think that would have been better. Can't really hold it against this game. It doesn't look great. Like it's fine, but it's definitely from that era, so I'm not holding against it. I think this game could have benefited from a lock-on mechanic. Definitely. The stamina, really, like, I understand they're trying to push hard, like, don't run out of stamina. I think it's a bit too punishing. The amount of time that you have to waste to just get back going, and then even during all the animation you're not getting stamina back, so you better not start running immediately after you get out of it. You still have to walk, which is dumb. I think the character creator's fun enough. I had a lot of fun with my character, obviously. Yeah, that's about it.
Whatever my knight in gleaming armor, you championed me against the worm itself.
Yes, of course I did.
Couldn't abide living in this cursed land any longer, but as I fled, I was captured by the dragon. I nearly lost all hope entirely. I was deathly afraid.
Ooh.
In truth, I was afraid even of returning home. My father would never abide my having sundered the marriage he crafted.
Yeah, so now you're gonna live with me in a fishing village.
Considered death, but when the moment came, there in the dragon's talons, I found myself calling out to you, and you came. You have saved me, sir. I not just with steel and valor. I fear my words fail me. You have saved my all, my dearest warrior, my great redeemer.
Yay! So I'm gonna have to call this one where this game, I don't think, like, I wasn't able to find any good art or really anything like developer art of Eleanor. So like I guess I'll call her the wife of this game, but I'm not gonna put a picture of her in the stream. I'll put her in like the down below the channel kind of stuff, but I'm not going to go do anything. Might as well. It's pretty. I'm almost 2 hours into the stream, but I mean, I wasn't planning on ending it this fast. Now I do have a special something just for shits and giggles, more so than anything, with it. But
Well met, Arisen. We've been awaiting your return.
yeah.
There's no time on us, sir. The Duke awaits. I fear for the others in the castle besides. No too small mercy to be spared, only to face this world. Perhaps we'll all be wishing the earth devoured us ere long.
Oh, is it super bad right now? Oh, Duke Edmund, he's not dead? Damn. I was really hoping he was. But yeah, so game feels like it's padded. Stamina's kind of bad. Could use a lock on. There are options for weapons and upgrading, but at no point did I ever really feel like engaging with that system. And additionally, knowing that I can max out essentially my weapons by just beating the game, which the game really pushes you for that with the speedrun mode, which I think is a neat addition, but it's odd nonetheless. The idea that they would add a speedrun mode really tells me that it's like, okay, we realize that like the game is pretty short, so how about we just embrace the shortness and try and make it seem like that's kind of the plan, instead of having like a long, like, in-depth kind of dealio. Yeah, how's it going?
Arisen. His Grace has
I don't know where he is. Okay, so he's on this floor. Okay, he's at the end. Good to know. I like the pawn system, kind of. I think it would have benefited from you at least being able to control, like, actually your pawn and another pawn, or your, like, if I could have controlled myself and my pawn, I think that would have been more enjoyable as a gameplay, and have the other two pawns act in the way they did. Just because, as I was saying, I didn't want to really explore the vocations with my unit, or with my character, because he was already set up this way. I liked all his skills and stuff, so I never really got to play as anything else, which I think is unfortunate.
You met with the dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I killed it too. Got my heart back.
Don't think for a minute I don't know what you did then. I of all men.
Dude, my guy is so bad at knowing when people are behind him. He's old, so I'll give him that. No, I'm old! He's still able to lift a sword, it seems.
No human hands could fell that beast. No,
I had the power of friendship, though.
you took the dragon's bargain.
No, I didn't. You did.
You conspired with it to wither me and usurp my seat as Duke.
Duke! Duke with a Y.
Will not be quit of me so easily. I knew neither
I didn't. Eleanor is still with me, idiot. I killed the Duke with a pot. Oh, that's wonderful. You know, I'm going to clip that. Yeah.
What devil is at work here?
Devilry indeed. And high treason. This brigand has joined a covenant with the dragon and struck me with a curse.
How is that crown not falling off his head? Starting with the game with a pause smash poetic. Right, you know what? Yeah, I did. I forgot that that's the first thing I did after really getting control of my character.
Spreading evil upon this land as upon its ruler. Just look upon the hellish wall, the gates where once our city stood, and tell me this
Magic with a K. Wow.
of the dragon's dark magic.
Am I gonna have to fight these guys now too?
Seize this traitor at once.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna double jump. Superhero landing. How are they there? Make good your escape. See ya. Ah, sup? Gonna kill all of you. I'd want every single person here dead. You do. Oh, okay. They did. Yeah, okay. I guess I don't. Oh, you guys are just running ahead without me? Okay, cool. Yeah, so they're gonna be infinitely spawning. Should have figured. Yeah, I should probably check which way my map wants me. Okay, so it wants me to go out like the front door. This would be interesting if they chase me all the way to, like, the starting town. I think that would be pretty cool. Like, they really just want me. Oh, wow, there's a hole there. I didn't realize that that's where the hole was. Is the rest of the city gonna fall down now, too? Oh, no, just a whole bunch of harpies, for some reason, are down there. Yeah. Harpies and, like, tiny dragons.
There's a truth you'll find staring back from this world's utmost depth.
Oh, wait, isn't this just like the start of the game where there are a bunch of harpies? Like, around, like, a big cloud? Wait, did I just see myself looking into the pit? Oh no, you knocked me into the pit. What is going on here? There's RT at just the right time. There we go. Man, good reaction time on me. Just immediately stopped that fall.
If you would heed my call, prove now your worth. Show that you've the strength to break the yoke that binds
thought I already did that. Oh, hello. Do I have to fight you?
I would ask aught of you, Arisen.
It was Quince.
Please, take this. My mistress gathered their like as she sought her way through the depths. She died as she was done. If you would take up her task, pray bring them here to me.
What is this? Is this like some of the Dark Arisen extra content?
See my mistress' will done.
Quest successful. Fathom deep. Gather the stones. Interesting. Click the necessary number of wake. Fucking 20 wake stones? You're having all that. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Yeah, no. Okay. That's basically just telling you to go screw yourself.
I know no useful details.
Yeah. that really just and the pit came down and broke through the Everfall, the place where you originally go down and see all the tentacles and stuff. Okay, interesting. I do like how they keep that geography. It's like, oh yeah, like this is where it would have been, I guess. Although I imagine there's some degree of impossible geometry, regardless. But because I am finishing this game here, I am going to release my pawns because they have done me a good service. So I think that they deserve. I think that they deserve some good stuff. So you know, I'm gonna send her some Southron oregano, and I'll just leave it at that and send her on their way. And then with Abyss, I'm gonna speak to her and gonna release her. And what I'm gonna do, because FFP, I believe that's who it was so kind and basically carried through the entire thing. Carried me through the entire thing. I'm not sure how to give back multiple port crystals. Is simply perfect. Is simply perfect. Yes.
This pawn is joyed to hear it, master. May our paths cross again.
So with that, and the release of essentially the character that carried me through this game, honestly, that is where this playthrough is going to end, because I'm definitely not doing this quest, because that would just be ridiculous. So I think I've honestly given the goods and bads of the game pretty substantially. So what I want to do is I want to have a little bit of fun with it. So I'm gonna be right back for a hot sec. But before I do, I'm doing this so other things. I'm going to go into my my channel, and I'm going to update the area below the stream with the new waifu, even though she ain't really a waifu all that much, but it's fine. She's the best we got, basically. And it is cap lock is on. Ayla Noir Dragons Dogma Dark Risen MVP MVP is Abyss. MVP is Abyss from JJP. There we go. I feel like I need to put that because Abyss, pretty good waifu, all things considered. Given that she carried me throughout the entire game. Can't deny that. But I'm actually gonna go get something to have a little bit of fun with this whole shebang. So excuse me for a moment while I put on some background music because I don't want to just have this game in the background because this game is a bit mean. Let's see. Does this open up? Ooh, fucking Christ. Okay. Let's do that. Because this is good music. So I think that's fine to have it on. Okay, and I'm back. So good to see you, and thank you, Rias, for doing that nice thing. Perfect timing, honestly. Wasn't sure if you were there, but that's a good way to indicate that you are. So let me just. Oop, come on. There we go. Okay. Gonna save and return to tile screen. And I think I can just leave this music how it is. Actually, honestly, I can just. I'm just gonna exit the game because I don't need this. I don't need this. Exit the game. That way, I have full control over my volume. Lower that a little bit. And then actually, do I have... Yeah, there we go. So, some of you might be wondering, why am I doing this? Well, just for shits and giggles, the other day, I decided, you know what, I'm going to be ending one of my games soon, so I'm going to do something stupid. Absolutely stupid that I wanted to do, I think, my entire life. And what better way than for the internet live on camera. So, I bought a cake. I bought a cake at a Market Basket. Let me see if I have the cover for it. But yeah, I bought a cake at Market Basket, and you can see that's a reduced day old cake. And I bought it specifically because of that, because it's cheaper. Otherwise, I never would have bought it. But I've always wanted to just shove my face into a cake. But I've never done it before because, you know, before I had glasses on. Now I don't have glasses. So there's a lot less worry. So I figured, hey, how better to end a stream than to just shove my face into a cake and eat it. So I hope you're ready to clip this, bitch. Okay, 3, 2, actually, I'm going to take off my headset because I don't want that to get any frosting on it. So, false countdown for anyone that was watching. 3, 2, 1, go. It's good cake. It is good cake. And you know what goes well with good cake? Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew goes with good cake. Perfect time to get on my PC to see the bigger screen. Hell yeah. And you know what the best part is? I knew I was going to be doing this at the start of the stream. So before I streamed, I actually made sure to go to the sink and give my beard a really good wash. Because I didn't want to get that anywhere in the cake. But you know, I think that this says a lot about me as a human and my willingness to do this for entertainment of others. I think additionally this says a lot about the wasteful nature of capitalism. And I think it says a lot about my willingness to ingest a lot of calories. Now, I have kept all my bites to about one side. That way I can make a clean cut later. To clearly delineate where I've shoved my face in and where I have not. Additionally, I really hope someone clipped that first bite. Or even the subsequent one. See, the tough part is, now that it's getting towards the bottom of the thing, I can't really bite at it with a good angle. I feel oh, look, got a little piece of cake on my face. You know, that was the only piece on the face, right? Honestly, better than I was expecting from I was smart enough to bring some paper towels. Better than I was expecting from a Market Basket cake. Truly a very average cake, but better than some cakes that I've had. Because at least this cake doesn't have a fruit filling that you're legit going to pound that thing in your face and waste the whole thing. No. See, I thought about it, but then I thought, well, this cake is probably a pretty halfway decent cake, and I wouldn't want to do that. Additionally, there's not enough space for if I got any splash on other things. Right? Because, like, my desk, is there anything incriminating on my desk? No. Okay. So, give you a little tour of my desk. So here's the cake. Here is that's Ryuko from Kill la Kill. And over there is Ochako from My Hero Academia. And this is all you guys. But my desk is keyboard, then monitor, cake, then me, really. I know that's hard to see because this camera isn't the best. And over there is my Mercy butt pad with my Switch and the internet modem. Don't worry about it. This is here for stress relief. Take that any way you want to. And then over here is my mic with my my binder that has this is just like a 3-ring binder that has some audio foam on the inside. But basically, there's not enough space really for me to oh, there we go. It's not enough space for me to really make a splash. Mercy stress relief, it's fine. Yeah, see, you just go over here, just pick it up, just smack it a little bit. Nothing incriminating, Mercy stress relief, man. Hey, it's fine. I'm a man of culture. What about this says uncultured? But yeah, there's not really enough space for me to make a splash, right? If it splashed anywhere, stuff would get wrecked. So I didn't want to risk that. So honestly, that was pretty enjoyable. I think my favorite part was that it was kind of by the seat of my cheeks. I was doing some grocery shopping yesterday. Because there's no better day to do grocery shopping than Thursday night at like 8. And I was going through a market basket. Word to the wise, if you live by yourself or even with a family, the first place you should go in any store is the discount rack. Because she's like, oh, what good things are just a day old? They're only a day old. Put cake on the Mercy and eat it, question your life. No, don't do either of those because it might ruin the print, but it would never make me question my life ever. But yeah, if you the first place you should always go is the discount rack, because you get things like this where it's just cheaper because it's a day old, even though it's sealed. I'll actually be right back with another funny one. So, got these. They are French brioche style chocolate croissants. Eating cake on cake. Yeah. And does he mean stress relief item? Yeah, just sometimes you're just like, God damn it, and you just spack it, soft. Yeah, got these. These were also a day old reduced, so it was like $3 for a pack of 6, which is great. But it's just like, okay, it's a day old, and it's packaged in this. But additionally, each one is individually packaged. So it's like, who cares if they're a day old? They're sealed. They're not gonna go stale. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this for a reduced price. You'd have to be a fool not to. Now, that may have just been a way of convincing someone who wasn't going to buy it in the first place to buy it. However, don't worry about that. All I know is that I'm enjoying it. But time to put the cake back in the plastic thing that everyone and their mom can imagine the sound of, although you don't need to imagine it because I'm doing this right next to the mic, because you know what? I'm just considerate like that. And you know, I could mute the mic, but you know, I feel like that would be disingenuous to the experience of living through this auspicious day. The auspicious day in which I finished Dragon's Dogma a day processional. Yep. I finished Dragon's Dogma a day early, and therefore am able to start The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky first chapter earlier than expected. So tomorrow at 3 p.m., because I tweeted it out that basically I think on a going forward basis, instead of doing morning Saturday streams, I'm going to move it to about 3 p.m. and go for a few hours in like that time block. Because I think the chat's a bit more active at that point. I think a lot more people are awake. I mean, realistically, it's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the further west you go, the earlier it gets. So probably not great for most people. Additionally, it makes it a lot easier for me because I can fit another thing in my schedule. Just questioning what counts as stress relief now. Does my sword rack count if it makes me feel a certain way every time I look at it? Yep, definitely. So long as it relieves stress, it's fine. Drinking Mountain Dew, stress relief. Smacking Mercy's, smacking the mouse pad that depicts a certain portion of her in a large state. Stress relief. Thinking about, I don't know, puppies. Stress relief. Doesn't matter what it is or how you interact with it, so long as it relieves your stress. So if you have a sword rack that makes you feel nice, stress relief. But yeah, so because Fontano was nice enough to meet the previous sub goal at 10, we officially moved up the sorry, I just wanted to get that there. Officially moved up the Trails in the Sky playthrough with 20 sub points being the next one, where I play through E6 Arc of Nephishdom. Not sure what I'm going to have as the next one after that. Funnily enough, I did think of doing like having that sub goal be like, once it's met, I don't stop streaming until, sorry, I'm getting some of the frosting out of my beard. I don't stop streaming until I like finish eating or drinking something. Like I'll go to BJ's or Sam's Club or Costco and buy like a 3 thing of applesauce, and it's just like, if you meet the goal, I won't stop streaming until I finish all 3 containers of applesauce. You mean mukbang? I probably see the thing is, I associate mukbangs with like meaty things, right? Like, where it might be satisfying to see someone eat it, but 3 of those like big containers of applesauce, I wouldn't really consider that to be a satisfaction food. It would just be like, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of applesauce. Why are you eating so much applesauce? But I've also don't know what counts as that. Just thought maybe you have to finish a lot of food. Maybe. I've always taken mukbang as like the visual representation of like food ASMR. Where like ASMR is mostly about auditory like signals, where it's like, oh yeah, that sounds really nice. Or even certain like visual ones. You mean the ambrosia of the gods? Yes, I do. Especially if it's cinnamon applesauce. I think it's just eating on camera, making a show of it. Okay, maybe I'm not too big into the mukbang scene, so I was probably just misunderstanding it. But yeah, so I was thinking maybe that, but I'm still workshopping some ideas. But additionally, I'm still also figuring out backlogs of games that I might want to play, because I'm thinking I might download a DS or 3DS emulator. I already have a DS emulator, No one here knows. Let's all just stay clueless. Yeah, right. no need to be too into it, right? But think of getting a 3DS emulator, and maybe potentially streaming some games on that. But in that case, it's really just dependent on. It's really dependent on me figuring out how do I say it? An overlay where it has both screens that I like, that I think is a good ratio of screen to screen. I think in that case I would have to either not, well, I would probably still have a face cam, but I would probably have to put chat either over the gameplay in certain cases, or try and figure out how I could readjust my overlay. Or I might be tapping you for some ideas on that, because I'm not sure if everyone here knows. Do you have a lot of games agree before 3DS games? I have some. I have a few. I can send you an example. Thanks. But I don't know if everyone here knows, but Rias is actually the one who designed the background for the Starting Soon, this, and the break time, as well as the end. Like he did the Photoshop and the recoloration on a pattern, and he's the one who set up these overlays based on some of the previous ones that I had amateurishly done it. Yuck. I done it, Sora. But he's the one who did it, so everyone who likes those, say thank you to Rias. He deserves it. But in terms of games, I can actually pull up the list I have that I've just been workshopping. Because the thing is, before I do the 3DS games, I do want to work through. I don't know why I opened up my budget. Where is it? Channel schedule. That's it. There we go. So I do want to work through some of the games that I just own already in my Steam backlog, because that's kind of what I've always tried to use the stream for, like play games that I wouldn't normally have played either on my own or play through my backlog. So I can take this out and can take this out because I've already played those. So just a couple of the highlights that I'll probably play in the future. Fey Tactics, that's an indie game. Langrisser 1 and 2. That's an older game that recently got a remake within the past 2-3 years, I think. Vistaria Saga. I guess it would be considered indie, but the people who made Fire Emblem made another game. Already played Isen Oath and Felghana, so I could take that out. Plan to play the Atelier Ryza game at some point, although I think because I'm starting to get to the point where my PC isn't really, I'd say, up to snuff in terms of CPU to be able to do streaming and some of the more intensive games, as games are getting more and more resource intensive. I'm going to probably hold off until I get at least a new computer for that. I plan to play through Cold Steel 4 again, however, with the connotation that this is going to be on PC, and with the intent of getting all achievements. So I would be kind of skipping through most of the story, really, and only focusing on the things that I haven't done. I eventually plan to play the new game that just came out, Scarlet Nexus. Looks pretty good, and the voice actress for Toa is in that game as well, so that's pretty cool. Chris Tales just came out. Now it's like a time travel-esque, or it has time mechanics to it. Not sure if it's time travel. It seems to have 3 eras you go between, and it's incorporated into the combat and stuff. Bug Fables. It's a Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door-esque kind of game. It has that kind of combat and visual style. It's a basically a spiritual successor that that Nintendo refuses to make. I plan to eventually play East 9 on PC, but I kind of want to get a few more East games under my belt before that, and I got plenty out. I also plan to play SMT3 Nocturne, because that came out on PC. It looks pretty good. Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory I plan to play, because I played the original Cyber Sleuth game back when I was doing YouTube. So if you're interested, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch it there. Interesting thing about that is that was the YouTube series that I transitioned to streaming in the middle of, and essentially used streaming as a way to finish out that game. So for most of the game, or most of the series on YouTube, it is me like recording it. And then at a certain point, the episodes get a lot longer and I'm streaming it. And pretty sure they're like either the game audio isn't recorded or my audio isn't recorded. I can't remember which. But I was still learning how to do a lot of the streaming stuff. So that was fun. Eventually, when it comes out, I hope to give Tales of Arise a try. It's scheduled to come out on September 9th, but once again, that's a game that I'm probably not going to play until I get a better PC, because if I'm rocking like 50%, 55% CPU usage playing Dragon's Dogma, which was a 2012 game like on the 360, then unless games are very well optimized, like the Cold Steel games, because those ones, or Cold Steel 3 and 4 specifically, were made for PS4, but they run pretty alright. They're not too resource intensive, I don't think, on the PC. Now, these ones are a maybe or may not. These ones might be ones that I just decide to throw in here or there, but don't really do as a continuous series. Basically, Pokemon Pearl and Pokemon Legends Arceus are coming out soon, with Pokemon Shining Pearl, not Shining Diamond, that's a JoJo stand. Shining Pearl coming out on November 19th. That's coming out, so I might play a little bit of that on stream, not sure yet. Because that falls into one of those areas where that game and Pokemon Legends, those are going to be so popular. Like, I like to play games where not many people are playing them, so I can get new faces in, see, like, maybe get some new people around, have people that maybe don't, or because like a lot of these games I don't know about. And one of the best parts about streaming is that people who care about the games, people who are really big fans, like FFP or JJP or JJP, that's it, JJP, with Dragon's Dogma, they really know their stuff and they're able to give good advice. So playing games that aren't super popular and will get those faces in to, be able to talk and have a really nice back and forth about games that I don't know about is really nice, which is one of the main reasons why I don't play like the super popular games. So if I do play those, it'll probably be one-offs, like, hey, like I'm not feeling like playing XYZ game right today, so I'm gonna insert this here instead. And now that I'm looking at Pokemon Pearl and its release day, it reminded me that Shin Megami Tensei 5, SMT5, is coming out also around that time in November for the Switch. And that game I will play on stream. However, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to play it casually by myself on my own, because I find that I don't really have all that many games that I do that with. And so I want to do that, and then basically I'll do a New Game Plus run through on stream, and I'll have some fun with it by letting you guys decide what path I go, because in every SMT game there's always, speaking of Pearl, there's a direct coming out on Wednesday. I did see that. I'm excited because they announced that it's just focused on the Pokemon games coming up with Diamond, Pearl, and Legends. So hopefully we'll be seeing more gameplay of Legends, and hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Hoping that the game runs well, or else I will curse until the end of days that they did not release a more powerful Switch. But I'll let you guys pick essentially whether I do Law, Chaos, or any in-between routes that are present, which will be fun. Then Chosen the Sky I'm playing next, so I can take that out. And then Astria Ascending, it seems to just be a turn-based game, so that I wanted to give a try. Yeah, whatever. I think that can stay there. But yeah, so honestly, got plenty of games on the docket. The 3DS download emulator was more to prepare myself for playing more games on emulation, because I do plan to do so. Seriously, never know when to expect those things. Yeah, they just announced on Twitter today that there was going to be a Pokemon Direct next week. So they're one of the few channels on Twitter that I even follow that aren't like people, that are just like corporations. Because I'm like, you know what? A video game corporation, at least I might care what you have to put out on Twitter, whereas other ones, not so inclined. But regardless, I think that has gone over where... yeah, but for the emulation, it's just like, yeah, I'm in my brain, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, like I remember playing this game, or I never got to play this game on 3DS and all those things. Like me playing through whatchamacallit, the one with the duck girl, the mechanical duck. What was it called? It was called The Alliance Alive. I remember seeing that on the 3DS and never getting around to playing it because basically by the time I saw that it was a game, the 3DS was kind of already on its way out, and which is why I was glad that it got ported to PC so I could try it there. But there are games like that where on various systems that I have emulators for, I'd like to give a try. Alliance Alive. The Alliance Alive HD Remastered. But, yeah, nice try. I realize that I'm not speaking too clearly, nor am I speaking into the mic, I'm speaking away from it. But there are games like that where I'm just, always in the back of my head thinking like, okay, what game do I want to play next? Or not even next, but what game would I like to highlight down the line that people might not expect to see on Twitch because it's old or more niche than anything, but might have some people who are really excited to see it played. Because I know that when you follow a game on Twitch, or follow a game category essentially, because you can do that, you can go see who's playing what game. Sometimes there are games that you never see pop up after following them. So when you do see them pop up, you're really excited to be like, oh, who's playing the game? And there's the passionate people that I was talking about earlier where they might have all the hints and the juicy details about how to play the game best, or things that I might not know, or secrets and stuff, which I'm always appreciative of, because sharing that kind of information I've never taken as like backseat gaming, right? Where it's like, hey, did you know that like this is a thing? And it's like, oh no, I didn't. Cool. Because that has a much different connotation than like, hey, do this, or like, hey, this is the most optimal way to spec this character. You should do it, or you're stupid. But I feel like for the most part, I've never really encountered any of those kinds of people. which is really nice. I'm glad that kind of mentality hasn't become commonplace in my streams, which is great, which I'm grateful for. But now that I'm looking at it, the background for this screen is different than the background for this one. So I'm gonna have to make some changes. Gonna have to make some changes to this one, because I rarely ever use this screen. This is really only in use when the stream has I don't want to say ended. The stream hasn't ended because I'm still streaming right now. But when the game is ended, like, I find that that's one of the biggest things that I struggle with, where it's estimating how long I have left in a game. I find that oftentimes I think, okay, I have one stream left in this game, and I know this, but I don't know how many hours I have left in the stream. And it's like watching a friend of mine make Iris from Dark Deity anything but a surge adept, and it broke my heart. Yeah, right. It might break your heart, but so long as you don't go in and say, hey, don't do this, or other things, I wouldn't count that as backseat gaming, where I'll have to make it just chatting. I'll have to make it maybe, yeah, because I guess, yeah, in this case the bottom left of this thing isn't really doing anything, so we might be able to just eliminate that corner for the most part, or do something. Because like I'm not opposed to having this kind of ratio. It's just a matter of some of the Streamlabs stuff where like the chat between screens has to be like the same size, which is really stupid. And at least I think that's the case. I've never really been able to figure out how to get chats in different scenes to be different sizes, because I don't think you can. But regardless, I kind of like this ratio. I just think I need to clean up by not having like two, like a large white bar on either side of the screen, and then just also having a black bar beyond the white bar. But I think the ratio could probably be adjusted if the bottom left corner isn't going to be like the game itself. Cleaned up for sure. Yeah, it definitely can be. I completely forgot that this wasn't even cleaned up or changed, because I don't use it that often. It's actually not on my Stream Deck to switch to, which is why anytime you see me switch to it, I actually have to use the mouse. But gotta say, this Mountain Dew is good. But yeah, like I really like playing games where people feel passionate enough about the game, be able to overcome that hesitancy to chat in a stream chat, because I feel that way a lot when I watch anyone stream, where I'm not so invested in the game that I really want to chime in. I'll often just watch and think of comments and stuff. So it's nice when you care enough about the game to engage with the stream itself. And trust me, like, any streamer would be happy to get comments so long as they aren't malignant or malign or malevolent or any other synonymous word with negative about really anything, honestly. But it's always nice when someone really cares about the game itself and can share insight. Because I remember when I would watch like Cold Steel streams and see how other people would build their characters, or how people would comment on how I built my characters. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm using like, hey, who do you use in your team? And it's like, oh yeah, I use Reen, Laura, Fee, and Elliot. That's who I use. It's like, oh yeah, that's a really good build. I use this build, and like for using this character for this move. And I'm like, oh shit, that would actually be broken in a completely different way than mine's broken. It's neat. So it's always fun. It's almost like when you're kids and you're playing Pokemon with your friends or something, and you're like, oh, who's on your team? And it's like, oh yeah, I got these 6 Pokemon. and I don't have any of the same 6 Pokemon that you have. So that's pretty cool. Versus other games where it's just like, okay, well, our teams are the same because our options are highly limited. But I think that this was just like a really good stream. I really enjoyed this stream. I think even though Dragon's Dogma wasn't like the greatest game, I think at this I think this is aged like a not great wine, where it's still wine. It'll still get you to the desired end result of being drunk, but it doesn't taste that great. And I think that's just really age speaking. I'd be curious to see what gameplay changes and stuff there are in Dragon's Dogma 2, to see whether or not it's changed enough for me to look into it, maybe play that. Because honestly, I think that the look and feel of this game has a lot of potential, and maybe if 2 was good enough, I would dive into that and explore that a little bit. But doing things like this where I'll say I don't normally just go to a screen that only has my face and chat, especially because it's caked with frosting. Of course, I also don't normally get a cake and smush my face into it, so that is also an outlier for sure. And it goddamn well better be an outlier, because that can't be a regular thing, or else I'm going to put on several pounds, and I don't want that. I'm trying to drop them already. Yeah, I think that this was a really fun stream. I'm glad you all dropped by for. Because, like, honestly, like, these streams are nice. Where you're just shooting the breeze with buddies and doing stupid shit just reminds me of, like, being in college. Although, I say that as though I don't do that normally when I see friends anyway. I do stupid shit all the time. Or at least, I say stupid shit all the time. But being able to just kind of talk instead of getting that... I think a lot of people call it the LP or the streamer tax, where because you're focused on playing a game and also maybe monitoring chat and also talking, you do a lot of things worse than you normally would. Such as when I'm playing a game, I can't commentate or talk nearly as clearly or as efficiently, I might say. Can't enunciate my words as easily. Can't form my thoughts as comprehensively as I might wish. Versus where right now, because I'm not doing anything other than talk and sometimes read, I'm able to do that much better. Because I don't do this all that often, I really enjoy it when it does happen. I know that some streamers will begin and end streams with segments like this. However, a streamer my size I don't think would really warrant that, because oftentimes when you see those kinds of streamers do it, it's because they use the beginning and end of their streams to read all the like subscriptions and bits and stuff, where mine is purely chat, and I think that's awesome. Where I don't really have to worry about suddenly whipping my head, make sure I don't disappoint anyone by not reading out their sub comment or their bit comment. Happens every so often, but it's never something where I'm so overloaded that I can't just easily go back and find the one comment that it is. So, because of that, I think I'm a bit more comfortable with starting the stream with like a countdown, starting it with just like a, hey guys, how you doing? Hope if anyone's there, they can hopefully say good or not good or fine or fantastic or I don't know, effervescent. Don't even know if that would make sense. not even sure if that actually has a meaning. Does effervescent have a meaning? Effervescent, because I know it's a effervescent definition. Of a liquid giving off bubbles, fizzy, vivacious and enthusiastic. Okay. How's your day? Vivacious and enthusiastic. How wonderful. How appropriate. And that, kids, is why you shouldn't be afraid to use a dictionary. Because you don't want to use words that you don't know the definition of. Because then you'll sound like an idiot. However, if you're fine with sounding like an idiot, then use whatever words you want. And when you get called out on it, just say, oh, I didn't know. Cool, now I know. It's like, wait, so you just used a big word because you thought it sounded cool? Yeah. Isn't that what big words are for? You troglodyte? Although I think troglodyte is a generally insulting term for like a very simplistic being. Troglodyte. Yeah. Especially in prehistoric times, a person who lived in a cave. A hermit. A person who is regarded as being deliberately ignorant or old-fashioned. So, yes. That one, rightful insult. That's how you sound pretentious. Yep, use big, long words purely for the sake of using big, long words. Because you know what? That's how you impress people. And I do like how you can tell in the stream when I move my Google Chrome browser to my other monitor and let the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet shine its table-y greatness upon my visage. Just, it's so bright. Look at this nose.
My nose, it's so hook-like.
That's a thing that you don't see very often. My profile. It's a profile that I would not want on a coin because it would draw too much attention to this very, very prominent proboscis. Those P's, those plosives. But overall, I hope everyone's week has gone well, and I hope that we'll all have a good, nice weekend. Because that will be awesome. I mean, I'm starting my weekend pretty good. Ate some cake, have some Mountain Dew. I'll go take a shower, wash all this gunk off my face. Only after I actually make the cut into the cake to kind of clean it off and figure out what I want to do with that, whether it be eat the rest of that or just put it in its own container and say, just know that that's the one that my face has been in. Of course, I'm the only one that's going to eat it, so I guess it doesn't really matter because it's my face. My space, my face. Yes. Yeah, that's what my dad always calls fucking Facebook. He always calls it my face because he's an asshole. He knows I hate it. Because we all remember MySpace, even if we didn't use it all that much. I mean, I didn't use it that much because I was a bit too young. I had one, but mostly because my brother had one, and I was like, I want a MySpace. It was like, okay, fine, whatever. You're not going to have any friends. And then Facebook came out, and I remember playing some of those, they were basically like phone games, where they had like the stamina, and you could only do a certain number of actions, but you could buy more. They were basically early gacha games. I think MySpace. What the fuck? Where's MySpace? What's that? No one's ever heard of MySpace. But you know what? I haven't put emos in the chat in a while. See, this is funny because I feel like at this point I should have changed the stream to just chatting, but whatever. Because it is I'm probably going to end this relatively soon, but nah. But it's you know, how many people are going to Dragon's Dogma of a gameplay category, right? Not that many. If they are, you know, you just say, unfortunately, you came in at the wrong time. Finish the game. Although I'm highly tempted, because like this is one of those things where if I knew I was going to go for this long outside of it, I probably would have like put a stream marker in to like cut it out of the export to YouTube. However, Dogma fans, don't be mean. There are a couple Dogma fans that actually helped me, Rise. Come on. JJP gave me Abyss, which helped me a lot with the port crystals. And then there was also, where is he? Patty Stardust. He also dropped by and had, gave a follow and was really nice. Gave advice. Just because you're a mod doesn't mean you can bully people, Ryan. But I think just because this is this is such a special ending where I shove my face in cake and was a kid, I joke, a kid, I Josh. I think because it's so special and weird, I'm just gonna keep it in the YouTube thing, almost as a mislead, right? Where like, okay, all the other episodes are about 3 hours, so I can expect approximately 3 hours of content. And they get into this one about an hour and a half in to all the people that aren't going to watch the freaking archives, because no one does, but they're there for my sanity, so I know that they're there. I don't want to have another mistake like Cold Steel 1 where I forget to export the goddamn last stream of the fucking game I did where I had the best reaction but I forgot to export it, so then it fucking expired and I could never get it back and it's lost to the annals of time, never to be heard from again. And only the people that were there can remember, and I was there. I don't know how many other people were there. I'm sad, but no, I'm not really sad because it's been like 3 years. So whatever. Why be sad about something that old? Doesn't matter. But yeah, I have the archive channel mostly in case anyone wants to go back and watch. Hey broski, it's about the journey. Yeah, it is about the journey. Although if a game ends with that as the ending thing, I'll just be like, fuck you, man. At least give me a cool sword at the end. Right? I hope when I die and go to whatever afterlife there is, if there is an afterlife, I hope they just at least give me a cool sword. Like, hey, here you go. You died, but here's a cool sword. But cool! I did it. So yeah, I keep itching my nose because I'm pretty sure some frosting like got on like the inner rim. But yeah, but yeah, I think having the archive channel is just good because I've actually gotten like a couple comments, or at least I got a comment on specifically the Cold Steel one that drew my attention to me not having uploaded the last one, where it was like, hey, where's the last stream? And I was like, oh shit. So there are some people that go back and watch them, and I also think that having them up is really smart in case I ever remember an event of a stream and I'm like, oh, I would like to go back and like clip that or find a video of it. That way at least I have another place I can go find something instead of just like a VOD backlog, which I think is only like 30 days. Well, I think it's only permanent for partners, and I think it's like 30 days for affiliates, or 14 days, or something like that. So it's always good to just have those in case I ever want to go back and figure that out. Because I'm thinking one of my Sunday, this Sunday activities is going to be making like a channel preview video, because basically if you go to any channel on Twitch and they're not active, they're not streaming, and you go to the about, there's like the video that could play, and that's just like a channel introduction video. So I'm thinking what I might do is I might go back in like all the clips that have been made of the stream and find some of my favorite ones, download them, kind of piece them together, cut out some of maybe trim some of the fat from them, piece them together, and like make that into like an introductory video. Because I think that's where clips really like shine through, right? Where clips are usually of like some of the highlights of streams or streamers' moments. So I feel like that would it makes a lot of sense to do. So I might do that this Sunday. But I'm not gonna guarantee it. I'm not gonna guarantee it. I don't like working in guarantees, right? Because as soon as you say I'm going to do something, well, the moment you don't do it, you've lied to yourself and you've disappointed yourself. But if you say, I might do it, well, it still gives you that like degree of leverage against yourself. You're like, well, I didn't say I was going to do it. I said I might do it. That didn't mean I was. Although, it also then gets to the point at which point, well, at what point do you know your maybe I'll do it just becomes an automatic no? And I think that's one of the things that you really have to measure, especially in social situations. It's a good idea. Throw in some music, zoom ins, text to speech, and you're golden. God, fucking Rise. You think I'm you? I can't do that. I'm not that skilled, man. I'm not that skilled, man. The most I could ever do was just like fading from one thing to another, because that's simple. You just overlap them. It does it automatically. Maybe I could add some text on the screen, but even then I didn't care for it. I hated doing it. Could never make it look as good as I wanted to. Man, you're asking so much of me, man. Ugh, jeez. I was gonna tie some clips together, like no problem. Maybe have, because like a lot of the games also have music in the clips, so that would also make it a bit weird with the magic of editing. Yeah, but I don't want to edit. I just want to like piecemeal them together like a Frankenstein's monster kind of shenanigans. I think they really missed out on the opportunity to make Frankenstein's monster really cool. Where it's just like, well, why did I stop at 2 arms, right? Like, I could have put like 8. Could have made the human octopus, right? Or like give like 2 sets of legs. That way, it's like, oh, okay, I'll run on this set of legs, and then when I get tired, I'll run on the other set. And then I'll switch back for infinite running strats. And that's abomination territory. You know what? That's true. It is. However, that's what they called Frankenstein's monster. However, interestingly enough, as far as I understand, Frankenstein's monster in the original book was actually very articulate and intelligent. And the entire point of the story is like, well, Frankenstein's monster isn't the monster. It was actually Dr. Frankenstein that was the monster for doing the atrocities and all that stuff. However, all the townspeople are like, you freaking necromanced corpse. Although presumably Frankenstein's monster would be made out of the corpses of either their families or their ancestors, at least. Due to the fact that the guy grave robbed for all the pieces. So I wonder if there was one person in the village that was just like, hey, hey, John! Hey, John! Look at you! Your face! Like, because it would be like John's head. It's like, hey, John! You're back alive? It's like, I'm sorry, I do not know who John is. I do not have John's brain in my head. I have, well, the memories tell me it's Tiffany. Hello, my name is Tiffany. Tiffany Frankenstein. Man, I just went into my head way too much. So that's the kind of stuff that I'll say to myself when I'm alone in my apartment. I'm going absolutely insane. Because that happens a lot. No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen a lot. I find that oft times when I talk to myself, it's mostly just to elaborate on inner thoughts that I have trouble getting through lines when it's not spoken. Like, it's sort of like that, it's like the rubber duck method that they talk about in, like, coding, right? Where you just keep a rubber duck on your desk and you talk out your issues with the code, and that apparently helps. Because articulating the issues and walking yourself through by talking through it gives you more time to review it and see. Apparently. I didn't go to school for coding. Rias did. But I didn't. I went to school for accounting! Woo! Numbers! I still deal with numbers, but I'm not an accountant. Nor do I want to be. I work in banking. Barely. What do you mean barely? I would say you went to school for coding. Now, the amount you use it, that's different. Like, I went to school for accounting, I barely use my accounting knowledge. In fact, most of my job is just using accountants' work. Like, I don't do any accounting, I just take what they do and use it for myself, which is the best part. Because I don't have to do that annoyance. What the heck did you just post in the Discord? Catching a lot of cool Pokemon, but also... Oh, you went for computer science, not coding. Oh, okay. That explains it. What the... Come on. God damn it. Oh, that's a 3DS Lite. Okay, I'm not going to click into the video because I don't want that to show up on the thing. But, yeah. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where I feel like the idea that people have when they go to college or go to school is that they're going to end up in whatever field that they go into. And I feel like that's a more general idea, right? Like, I went into the financial sector, essentially, of college. Like, I went for accounting, but I'm accounting adjacent. I'm just in the field of finance, in a very general sense, which I think is one thing that, like, I think as a college student, they should really just say that straight out. Like, hey, you're going for this. You might not end up in this. You'll probably end up in some job that deals with the field itself, but nothing necessarily about it. Because I think that would help a lot of people. Because like, I feel like a lot of people go to school, right, where it's just like, I'm going for this. I'm going to be this. And it's like, well, do you actually want to be that? I went to school for accounting, but by senior year, I was like, I know I don't want to be an accountant. I will be if I get if an accounting firm accepts my application, I'll be one, I guess. Don't really want to be one, but I also don't have any wish to work. I work because I have to. Not because I have any desire to. Like, I feel like that's one of those weird things where you can definitely see the generational divide in it, where my parents, they say like, oh yeah, like you love your job, like find a job you love that you're gonna do for the rest of your life and all those things. And I feel like most people my age are like, dude, if I could just retire like now, I would. Like, fuck work, man. Fuck the idea of finding a job I love. Like, the things I love aren't jobs, nor would I want to turn it into a job. Because at that point, you'll probably start loving it less. I feel like the people that doesn't happen to, or the ones you hear that least about, are probably the ones that, like, really enjoy, like, culinary arts, where they're like, okay, I kind of have an idea as to what I'm getting myself into. Because I probably worked in a kitchen in high school or something, or like a dishwasher at a restaurant. So I kind of know what's going on, and I still love cooking, and I still like going to culinary school. So that way, even when I get a job at a restaurant or some other thing, I'll still be able to like what I do. But the thing that I've always worried about, right, if you did have a job that you love, is at what point does it start to get so monotonous that you just can't love it anymore. Now, I do think that that is one of the benefits of, like, very... jobs that really entail different experiences throughout. Like, this is a pie in the sky example, right? Where, like, I feel like streamers don't really have to worry about that. Like, they might get burnout from doing it too much, like streaming too much. I don't think that's anything to laugh or joke about. Especially if they're only doing one thing. If they're a very niche one kind of streamer, like, oh yeah, I speedrun this one game, or this one type of game, or those things. But, or like, I only draw. But I feel like variety streamers, I guess, which I can consider myself, I wouldn't worry about that very much because I'm not playing one kind of game. I just listed off several different kinds with various different aspects. Dragon's Dogma is not similar to Trails in the Sky or Pokemon. They're both video games, but because they're vastly different, the risk of burnout, the risk of getting bored of doing what I'm doing, is less present. And I wouldn't imagine myself, even if I were to work a 40-hour week, I guess, doing this. I don't think it would ever get to a point where I would dislike it. Unlike if I did, for some reason, love accounting or love working with numbers like that, I would I know myself, and I know that at the end of the day, like, it would only take me 2-3 years tops to fall out of love with anything like that. Anything that puts you in like a business or work setting like that, where you're dealing with suits and ties and other things like that. It's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna love this, because there's with a lot of the cases, with a lot of jobs, it's not just the job, right? Like, an accountant isn't just doing taxes. It's doing audits. It's dealing with customers. It's dealing with banks for their customers. It's dealing with, like, a whole bunch of scheduling, a whole bunch of other stuff. It's dealing with, like, people at different levels, your bosses, your subordinates, people from, like, other firms, and all the other stuff that isn't immediately brought to mind when someone says accountant. That I know would just drive me up the wall, especially if I really liked the job, or I liked the main portion of it. And I think that's one of the benefits of having a job that you're just kind of okay with. Right? Like, I think I'm very lucky where I am right now, because I applied for the job that I currently am, and it was the only job right out of college that gave me an offer. So, thankful for that. And I was able to go right into the workforce, and I was happy with that. But as I worked there, I realized that, you know, this is a fine job. I don't enjoy what I'm doing, but I also don't hate it. I think that the people I work with are pretty cool. My bosses are pretty nice. They don't get mad. They're not yellers. They just kind of talk chill. And they're willing to help me, train me, and get me where I need to be. And I'm in a field that I'm in a position that I didn't even know existed prior to getting the job itself. And seeing that it's actually a very highly sought after and competitive job. So basically, me getting lucky right out of college landed me in a career, I guess, path that could take me essentially through life, which is pretty nice. But I think the best part, at least for my sanity, is that because I don't love this job, because I don't love what I do, I'm not so utterly attached to it that I wouldn't want to throw it away, right? Like, let's say God came down today or tomorrow and said, hey, you get a wish, or like, hey, boom, super luck on you, and immediately I can just move, like, I can just move to a different career path and guarantee success. I could easily throw out what I'm doing right now and have no qualms about it because I don't love it. On the flip side, if someone said, hey, you're going to be doing this, quote unquote, for the rest of your life, like every parent likes to say when you're going to college, like, hey, where are you, like, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? Oh, thanks, Mom and Dad, for putting that stress upon my shoulders as an impressionable young 18-year-old. Yes, that's the kind of stress I need. Thanks. I think because I don't hate the job either, I don't feel all that, like, bad energy that comes with it. Like, I hate life, I hate my job, like, I just want to get out of here, but I can't because I need the job. And you're going in every day, just a boring life because you have to go do the job that you hate. I think landing in that middle area of it's all right is honestly my ideal, because I do think there are certain people out there where, because they're able to really enjoy the entire aspect of their jobs, that they are able to say at the end of the day, oh yeah, I love what I do and I wouldn't give it up. And I work with some people like that. Like my managers, they really like working in banking. they love it. And I'm just like, man, power to you, because this shit's dry. Don't know how you love it. And you know, I think that's a blessing that not everyone can get. I think that's one of those things where people that do love their job and are able to do it kind of have this belief that, oh, there's something out there for everyone and everyone is capable of getting a dream job and loving it. When in reality, a job is a job. You're only doing it. You're only in this path because you have to do it to live in a society. We live in a society. So, yeah, I mean, realistically, if it was all like, what is it, optional, right? If it was like, hey, guaranteed income at a certain level that I found comfortable, and it was like, yeah, you don't have to work, but you're not going to get any, shoot for mediocrity, hope for better. Exactly. That's what it is. Or, I guess, shoot for medium-ocrity. Boom, and hope for better. Where if it was like completely optional, and the job was only to get you increased, like, monetary value, I am pretty confident that I wouldn't really work. I'd just be like, okay, I'll take what I'm given. I don't give a shit. You know, I'll live off 20, 30 grand a year if it's free. Fuck. Like, I'll take that. I'll figure it out. Because at that point, that would really, it would be more of an encouragement to find the things that you do really love doing, which, under those circumstances, I would probably agree with those kinds of people of, there's a dream job for everyone. Because at that point, it's a lot more choice dependent. It's not, I fell into this job because I needed it, and now I'm at a dead end because it's taking up all my time and I can't, like, I literally have no time to go search for a different one. It would be, oh, my fallback plan is literally I can just not have a job and make money. And I can go get a different job elsewhere if I don't like this one. Which would open up a lot of options. Now, do I think that's ever going to happen? Not in America. Nah, never going to happen. Although, I do always like to think, like, man, people are always talking about like automation and stuff, where like, oh yeah, like XYZ got automated and it replaced like 50 people's jobs, or replaced all like the human workers and all these things. And they're always talking about that. And like, if you hear about automated vehicles, which I'm totally like self-driving vehicles, which I'm totally for and want one because I hate driving. They always talk about like, yeah, but what about the trucking industry? What about the truckers? They'll lose all their jobs. And it's just like, okay, well, if the company was decent, they would send the truckers to like training so they could be mechanics for their company if they actually cared about their workers, which they don't. However, that's beside the point. A lot of things becoming more automated over time, reducing the number of jobs that humans can fill. I always think, wouldn't it be really interesting? I'm not saying it would be a good future, but it sure would be an interesting future where essentially all the jobs outside of like entertainment and politics, which are extremely human heavy, where you can't really automate a lot of that kind of stuff, becomes completely automated, leaving essentially such a vast number of people for such a few number of jobs that they would have to change the way that the entire working paradigm works, whether or not it would be forcing companies to not automate, to essentially force them to hire individuals or people, or if it would just turn into a, well, all the jobs are being done. I guess we can move to universal income or other things where people would have to essentially find jobs that don't necessarily exist at the time, like make new jobs. Where that's one of those things that they always say, where like in 5 years, like 30% of the jobs that exist don't even exist today because they haven't been invented yet. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, what are you even talking about? Like, I'm not denying you, but you're not explaining it very well. Because I don't believe you. Like, I believe you. Like, I believe you know what you're talking about, and you're going off of some data. But I don't believe you in the words that you're articulating to me. Like, I might believe that, like, the jobs aren't in place because a company isn't in place yet. So, those jobs obviously don't exist because the company's not there. But the job title probably exists somewhere, right? Because there's only so many job titles that can go around. Like, they must all exist somehow. But I will say that this took a weird turn that I wasn't expecting. But it's turned out you would only get if we had situations like these where I'm not playing the game and I'm just shooting the breeze with myself and some info from the chat, which is always fun. But it's 9:40 right now. Beep boop robots. It's 9:40 right now. I've been going for 3 hours. So I am officially going to end this stream here because I think I've been going for quite a while. I've been shooting the breeze, I think, for more than half this stream, which is nice, which I find utterly hilarious. But I'll consider that cake the celebration for 100 followers as well as finishing Dragon's Dogma. So figured that out finally. Good, awesome. And hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow for around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for when I start my playthrough of The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, first chapter for PC. And yeah, that'll be the game that's replacing Dragon's Dogma, and then I'll be back to Fire Emblem on Monday. So I hope you I hope you all have a very good night. But thank you, Rias, thank you, Dargan, thank you, Fontano, for dropping by. This is a very nice stream. I'm glad that you all dropped by, and thank you for anyone else who is who's lurking right now. It's always nice seeing the number of viewers that are there, just kind of listening to me shoot the breeze. It's always reassuring to know that I'm not just talking into the void, and the void is talking back, because it makes you go insane. Whatever. But hope you all have a very nice night. Join me tomorrow. Bye.